I made $13,200 working as a 1099 contractor in the month of February. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, hey, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, you may want to like, comment, and subscribe. I talk all things 1099 contracting, career flexibility, work optional lifestyle. I'm all about traveling, living the best version of your life. And if that's you, you might want to stick with this channel. If you are returning, hey, I'm glad to have you back. We do have another video, and actually it was a highly requested video from me. Ebony, can you really make more money working as a 1099 contractor? Literally using the same skills you have already, just changing the way you work, changing the way you're taxed to make more money? Yes you can. And I'm here to break down my $13,200 paycheck that I made in February. I want to put this disclaimer out here, guys, because this is specifically speaking on me working as an urgent care provider. Overall, regardless of your specialty, many get into 1099 contracting so that they can make more money, okay? So if you are not making more money as a 1099 contractor than you did as a W-2, then something is wrong. People get into contracting to make more money, and also freedom and flexibility comes with it. We'll talk a little bit about that at the end, okay? So let's get into this paycheck breakdown, what I do with my paycheck, and I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit at the end, so you want to make sure you stay for this video. I have my phone with me because I wrote down some notes so that as I'm articulating everything that I need to say in this video, I'm putting the numbers into retrospective, okay? First off, the last time I held a full-time W-2 job was back in 2019. So of course things have changed, inflation, people's base salary probably went up. I made the transition into 1099 contracting pretty quickly, okay? I was doing locum tenens after 4 months of experience. So we're now in 2026. So it's safe to say that majority of my experience as a nurse practitioner has been as a 1099 contractor. This month, I made $13,200 working whenever I want to, okay? So let's break it all down. So in the month of February, I worked 6 urgent care shifts total. This included 1 14-hour shift, 1 12-hour shift, 2 4-hour shifts, 2 2-hour shifts. And for that urgent care job, that brought me a total of $4,600. I also started a occupational health job this month as well. Got called to cover a few shifts in occupational health. I do want to add another disclaimer. I don't work full-time as a nurse practitioner anymore. I pick up shifts, and I do have my own business, coaching business, mentorship business. I also sell digital products outside of me being a nurse practitioner, but it took me a while to get there. Okay, when I first started contracting, I was working 3 12-hour shifts 12 months out of the year. I quickly knew that I wanted to make more income through digital products. So I went from 12 months out of the year to working 9 months out of the year to working 6 months out of the year. And because of my love for being in healthcare, I believe that, I don't know, like I don't want to make the transition into full-time entrepreneurship. So I will work some shifts, especially utilizing the same skills I already had to get a paycheck. Why not, right? So I picked up an occupational health job. This occupational health job, I worked 4 8-hour shifts, 1 4-hour shift. That brought in $3,600. In addition to the urgent care and the occupational health, I also worked 1099 telehealth. Okay, it's a super flexible contract that I do work as a telehealth provider. I've been working with them since last year, the beginning of last year. Love it. We can get into like telehealth in another video, but for me personally, I love super flexible contracts. There's different types of telehealth jobs you can work, but for me, it has to be flexible. I want to be able to log in whenever I want to and see patients whenever I want to and log off whenever I want to, okay? So this works around my locum lifestyle. So for the month of February, that brought in $5,000. Keep in mind, during the time that I did the occupational health shifts, I only saw 3 patients. And I told you guys I worked 4 8-hour shifts and 1 4-hour shifts. I only saw 3 patients the entire time. So because I had so much downtime, I utilized that time to work telehealth in the office. And that's how I made my $5,000 a month. I try to make anywhere from $2,500 extra to $3,000 extra a month. This was a good month for my telehealth job. So the total is $4,600 for the urgent care job, $3,600 for the occupational health job, and $5,000 for the telehealth job, which gave me a grand total of $13,200 gross for the month of February. Let's scratch out the telehealth job and let's scratch out the occupational health job. The main job that I work is the urgent care job. I've been working with them since earlier last year, and they do actually pay pretty decent. If I was to do that job alone, 3 12-hour shifts, that brings me about $4,140 per week. And if I did 3 12-hour shifts, 36 hours for the entire month, that gives me a grand total of $16,560 a month. But guess what? Your girl doesn't work full-time as a contractor anymore. Do I have the option to? Absolutely. Do I do that? No. And as I told you guys in the last video, I'm allocating my time differently this year to focus more on my business. So keep that in mind. So let's break down $13,200 for the month of February, okay? So the first thing I'm putting aside is taxes. So I put about 35% for taxes, which is about $4,620 aside. That gives me a remaining amount of $8,580. So business expenses is next. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's just myself, my husband. We don't have any kids yet. Okay, I live below my means. I do not overspend. I don't care if I make more money. I am not overspending. I do love to travel. I do like stuff. It doesn't always have to be designer for me, but I will spend on travel. Okay, so overall, my business expenses are low. I'm not going to get into all of the business expenses. Well, the typical business expenses is gas, car insurance, Easy Pass, phone bill, utility bill. That's roughly about $1,300 with a remaining amount of $7,280. Health insurance, private insurance, that runs me $600 a month with a remaining balance of $6,680. I don't classify my rent under my business expense, but a portion of my rent can be deducted as a home office space. Given that I work as a telehealth nurse practitioner from home, I can definitely deduct a portion of my rent. My current rent is $1,600. Now let's go back to retirement. I try to put about $500 a month into my retirement. I should actually increase my retirement. I'm in a weird transition right now, but ultimately speaking, my goal is to try to max my retirement accounts. The actual amount after all of those expenses is $4,480. This is after the major things, the taxes, the insurance, the retirement, the rent, the car insurance. This is after all of that. And like I mentioned to you guys before, $13,200 is actually on the lower end. I didn't work 3 12-hour shifts, 36 hours a week. I did not do that. Some of the shifts that I did work consist of 4 hours. Some of the shifts that I did work consist of 8 hours. When at standard, I work 12-hour shifts, 36 hours a week, right? So I say this to say 1099 contracting isn't about working more. It is about structuring yourself differently. I choose 1099 contracting because not only am I making more, but I'm buying back my time. I'm able to double my income and still be able to deduct everyday expenses as business expenses. Truly speaking, it's about how you are structured. And for a lower month like $13,200 for me, imagine if I would have been like, hey, I want to work 3 12-hour shifts, 36 hours a week for the rest of the month. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it makes more sense for me to be a 1099 contractor because my goal is always to buy back more of my time. And I admire time freedom. I remember a while ago, I'm not going to say the hospital, but I worked during the pandemic as as a travel nurse, you know, when they were making 10K a week. And I was so stressed out, like literally so stressed out. I think we were working about 60 hours a week with that one day off, and I worked a night shift, and I still did telehealth as a nurse practitioner during the day. I was so stressed out that after 3 weeks, I had left an additional 30K on the table. Listen, I'm not driven by money. I'm driven by time freedom. So that's gonna naturally have me negotiate higher to buy back more of my time, so that I can make sure not only am I covering my everyday expenses, not only am I living, but I'm also actively putting more money into my retirement, because baby girl wants to retire early. I'm actually setting up myself for my future child. I'm actually building a life that I actually love, right? And so that's the importance of contracting. I can sit here and I can talk about, yeah, you make more money, but what are we doing with that money? There is such thing as being a burnt out contractor. And when you don't know exactly what you want to make, how much you want to make per month, how much you want to make per year, guess what? Every contract that calls you, you're going to be hopping on every contract. What is the point of that? You don't want to be a burnt out contractor. And the thing about it is that I've worked with a ton of nurse practitioners that has started doing contracting, but feel like, what if I don't get money this month? What if I decide to actually take the time off? I don't get PTO, so I have to work. That is not true. When you allocate things correctly, I have 4,000 surplus left over. So in my head, what I program is I can actually take a month off because I have $4,000 surplus to help cover things I need to cover. I don't have to hop contract to contract to contract. And like I mentioned earlier, you can be a burnt out contractor. So here's some tips for you, especially if you want to do 1099 contracting. I like to tell these to the nurse practitioners that I coach. You want to make sure you set out what your projected income goal is. What do you want to make per year, and then work backwards, okay? If I want to make a certain amount per year, how many shifts do I need to work to make that certain amount? A standard contract is about 13 weeks. How many contracts do I need to work to make that certain amount? And how much time off do I want to have? I promise you, if you work backwards, guys, you are golden. I wouldn't lie to you. I've been doing this for 7 years. I've been that burnt out contractor, feeling like, oh my God, I need to get another contract. I need to get another contract. What if this contract canceled? What if this? What if that? Honey, I now enjoy my breaks. So guys, I hope this video truly helped you understand your true value as a nurse practitioner. This is just me going over numbers, but ultimately speaking, trying to tap into your mindset so that you understand your worth. So you understand that you are that person. I want to say you are that girl, but you are that girl, you are that boy, okay? Understand that life is meant to be lived, honey, and I want you to do just that. So if you like this video, give a thumbs up, because this is going to show this video to other nurse practitioners that need to hear this. Share this video with your friend, especially if you hear your friend talking about, I'm burnt out, I need a new job, I need to quit nursing, I need to go back to working bedside. Baby girl, why are you going back to working bedside? No shade. But share this with that friend that needed to hear this, okay? My only goal is to bring exposure for you to understand your worth, and that is it. And if I can provide that in any possible way, I would. So guys, again, I don't want to prolong this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely make sure you check out the resources I post below, because that's really going to help you take things to the next level. And if you want to join my mentorship program, you definitely can check out the link below. If you want more videos like this, because I'm thinking about doing like more videos with income amount and how I allocate it and things like that, drop a comment down below so I can know what you want to see from this channel to actually help you reach your goals, okay? All right guys, I'm gonna let you go. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. See you next week.